Hey, 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 it's Nina Motivates. Hey, everybody, and welcome to the You Can Show, your weekly dose of fuel, fire, and focus and proof that you come here to get proof that you absolutely can, y'all. I'm so excited. I'm excited. We just finished the launch this past Saturday for the You Can method. And now I get to do a quick recap with you for today. First and foremost, for week two, shout out to Chantel Fisher Greer, who is our sponsor of the week. Y'all, if you're looking for a real estate, a realtor, no real estate, a realtor, you want to hit up Chantel. She is amazing. I shared last week on how she help us not only find a house, get approved, find a house, and we did it all within 35 days. You heard me, 35 days, okay? Okay. And she took care of business, held our hands every step of the way. And she was right there. When I say right there, she was right there the whole entire time. And not only was she right there, she made sure that, we wasn't taken advantage of, y'all. She made sure of that stuff. She made sure that even now, y'all, she communicates. She communicates with us. She checks on us. She do all of the things. So if I'm gonna refer anybody, I am so happy I get to refer Chantel. So if you want to get all of her information, please tune over to my YouTube page because there I have all of her information. Her Facebook page, Chantel Fisher Greer. Realtor is what she is on Facebook. Make sure you go and like her page. And when you're ready to purchase, or even if you want to see if you're able to purchase, you can reach out to her and you never know. Because you got to listen to last week's show. If you didn't know, I didn't think we were ready, but God saw different, and He used that woman of God to allow us to purchase our home. All right, y'all. The You Can method has been launched, and I'm going to give you a very short version of the launch. Very short. I know a lot of people wanted to attend and could not make it for whatever reason. And those who did attend and make it, I'm so grateful and thankful for you. Yes, I am. And if you missed any step, here you go. You're going to be able to get all of the steps right here today. And so I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. The launch was amazing. We had amazing women that showed up. They were very active in the chat. We had a poet, y'all. Shout out to L'Oreal. She did her thing, and I'm gonna make sure I support her and show her flyer as well. Because if you are in the city of Chicago or nearby, she has an event every Thursday, an open mic where you can come. Poets, where you at? Comedians, where you at? Spoken word, come on, let's do it, okay? And on April 2nd, I will be her feature of the night. So make sure you go every Thursday if you can, as many Thursdays as you can, but definitely join me on April 2nd, and I'll show you that information as well. And so you all know me by now. If this is your first time tuning in to the You Can Show, welcome. I am Dr. Nina Addison, the You Can specialist. I am a speaker, author, coach, faith-based personal development trainer. And that's what I launched today. I help individuals strengthen their confidence, align their hearts with faith, overcome self-doubt, because we all deal with that sometimes, right? And trust that God has a greater vision for your life. And I do this all using the You Can method, y'all. This is about personal transformation because before we can lead anybody else, we got to know how to lead ourselves. And that's important. And so, what is the You Can method, Nina? You constantly talking about the You Can method. We've constantly heard it. What is going on, girl? It is a 5-step leadership framework. And when I say leadership framework, the first person you got to lead is yourself. And it's designed to help you release what no longer serves you, gain clarity for your future, strengthen your belief and your confidence, build intentional systems, and become who you were created to become. Is a repeatable process for every season of your life. Yes, every season. Because whether you are at the top of your game or you feel like, I just don't know, there's a part of the You Can process that can bless you and be a blessing to you. And the first part of the process is break it. Because y'all, we got to break some stuff off of us. Are you in the place of having limited beliefs? Fear based on what you're thinking, or fear based off of something that you have experienced? Your identity is outdated and you need to create a new identity. You forgot who you was. What I call it is identity theft return. You got to get your identity back. Be who you authentically are. Let your yes be yes, your no be no. Just grow into who God has created you to be. So many times do we get lost in the fact of who somebody else want us to be, what somebody else want us to be. And we forget who God has created us to be. When is the last time you thought about what you do or don't want to do, what you're willing to and not willing to accept? When is the last time, y'all? Sometimes we forget us. I found that sometimes I forget me. I forget what matters to me, what's important to me, what I want, what I need. And I said, no longer will I do that. No longer will I stay there. No, no longer. I'm going to break it. I'm going to break those bad habits. I'm going to break what no longer serving me. Listen, eating late at night was no longer serving me. A lot of people have been following my workout journey and my gym journey, but it's a lot of other things that goes with that. It's me intermittent fasting and me choosing better quality food, me choosing to break the eating sour patches, instead eat some no salt unsalted nuts. I can eat plain nuts and stuff, y'all. Like, I'm okay with that. But I had to break the old to build the new. And this is just one area of my life. Some people need to break old financial habits. Oh my goodness, y'all. A lot of people suffer in that area. Like, oh my goodness, if you've always made bad financial habits, you can break that to have a new habit. If you've always done things a certain type of way and you realize that those things don't serve you, you can break it and build something new. I'm a living witness, y'all. Oh my goodness, I'm a living witness. And so the first part of growing in yourself and with yourself and becoming who you're supposed to be is breaking who no longer serves you, breaking anything that is not beneficial to who you are now, and to who God has created you to be, or who He is creating you to become. So that's step one, y'all. Step two. Let's go to step two. Then after you break it, you got to be able to see something different for yourself. You got to be able to have a clear picture. This right here, seeing it, I call this the mental work, because you have to create it in your mind. You have to see. And what I always recommend is that you go to God and say, okay, God, what is it that you have for me? Because your word says you have a plan to prosper me and for me to be in health, and for me to, Jesus said, I come that you might have life and have it abundant. God, what does that look like for me? What does it look like? And then you got to see it. You got to see it to the point where sometimes you feel like you already there. Take your mind to a place where God is like, oh, okay. And I love the comment. I love the quote. I'm going to say what I see until I see what I say. I'm going to say what I see until I see what I say. And I'm going to believe that thing like never before. Y'all, God has great plans for us. But if we get stuck in what we're used to, stuck in a rut, we'll never be able to see anything different. Listen, just because nobody else has ever done it don't mean you can't do it. Just because it's not been done in your family don't mean you can't do it. Do y'all realize that even celebrities bleed blood and they regular people? And I say that because sometimes we put people on such a pedestal. And we got to remember that we're all just as wonderful and uniquely made by God and just as important. But you got to see that for yourself. This is the part of clarity. Because before you could do anything else, clarity precedes stewardship. Part three. Part three is believing it, y'all. What do you believe? Belief is required at every level, and this is what I call the heart check. Heart check. Heart. Because yes, you work on your mental, but are you working on that heart? Are you getting your heart aligned with who God has called you to be and who He says you are and what He says you can do? Did you get all of that together? You got to believe it. It's not about okay, the credentials or any of those, or in the imposter syndrome tries to come up at every stage, right? But we don't want to live in there. Your belief is going to align with your behavior. Because once you see it in your mind and you begin to believe it in your heart, then you will begin to make a plan. This is what I call the writing phase. This is when you begin to make a plan. This is when you begin to write the vision. This is when you begin to write the plan, write the steps that's required, write it with the end goal in mind, work a reverse plan, okay? This is that phase. What do you believe? Are you acting out what you believe? Or are you saying you believe something and not showing the world that? Because people gonna go off your actions more than anything. I don't know about you, but I'm going off people's actions. I believe that God wants to heal me, but I know I got a part to play. And because I have a part to play, and I believe that He wants to heal me, I had to come up with a plan to do my part. I had to come up with a system that would support the fact that I believe that He's going to heal me. So I had to give up eating late at night. I had to give up not going to the gym and not moving my body in the proper way that I need to move it. I had to give that stuff up. I was comfortable being uncomfortable and I had to give it up because I believed that God wanted something more for me. And I'm here to tell you, He has something more for you too. But you got to go for it. You got to do the work. You got to put in the effort. Belief is actions, which leads us to step 4, which is to build it. Now, building it is taking those that plan and working it, creating systems to grow your confidence, to grow who you are, habits that empower you, bold, faith-centered structures. Y'all, sometimes I get to the gym. Well, no, every time I get to the gym right now, it's still dark outside. Who don't want to go back home and get into bed? But I do what I need to do because that's me building the life that God has ordained for me. That's me building myself up in the way that I know God has created me to go. That's me building and showing God that I'm working my faith. When you build it, you are working that faith. You have taken those first 3 steps and worked those steps and come to a place where you're ready, where you're like, I'm not allowing even myself to stand in my way. I'm getting out of my own way so that I can get to what God has for me. If you're getting out of your way, you're going to do something different. You're going to create habits that empower who you are becoming. You're going to constantly grow. I'm stronger than I was when I started going to the gym 3 months ago. I can lift a little bit heavier thing. I'm lifting something like, it's not as heavy because I'm building it. I'm not going in the gym just to be like, oh, I'm in the gym. I'm working. I'm doing the hard things, the HARD things, okay? I'm doing it. When you build it, you step out on faith and you do the hard things and the hard things. You do them both. It requires you to do them both. It's work, y'all. But aren't you worth the work? Aren't you worth the sacrifice? Aren't you worth the time? I'm going to tell you now, you are worth it. You're worth it. You're so worth it. You're worth taking time to break off those things. You are worth taking time to grieve. Because in that first phase, going back to what I, mentioned during the live launch, was that when you break things, you might go through a grieving process because you're letting go of the old to grab hold of the new. You are going through a transformation. You're becoming what you've never been, right? And then you got to really get into your mind to see something different. and to believe in your heart that it is possible. And then when you're building it, you're taking those action steps and you're doing what's required because you know you're worth it. You know that God is giving you a plan. God is giving you a great future, a prosperous, abundant future. That's what He did for you. I'm sure of it. And then you become it. And this is a daily thing. It's not about your titles, not about whether people are clapping for you or validating you. It's becoming who God has created you to become. It's being the you that God has created you to be. And now I want to share a story of my own personal journey of the UCAN method. So there's many, many stories that I could tell you, but what I'm led to tell at this time, and I didn't do this during the launch, but because I'm giving you the shorter version, because we was in a launch for an hour and about 20 minutes, okay? We got it in good. I gave them action steps and different things, and I'll invite you the same places I invited them, but I want to give you a story to show you how it's applicable and how I use it in my own life and how God showed me the steps in many areas that I had to take in my life from a child having to break off limitations and those limiting beliefs that people thought I wouldn't or couldn't or shouldn't do because I had a physical difference, right? And had to see that I could still do stuff. I drive a regular car, y'all. I don't have much movement in my left hand, but I drive a regular old car. No special accommodations. It may look different when I turn a wheel, and I've driven vans, trucks, all of the things, 16 wheelers, moving U-Haul trucks, all of the things, vans, 12 passenger vans, all because I broke those unhealthy, ungodly thoughts and limiting beliefs. And then I began to see that I could. I got my license at 16. Okay. That's not something that some people thought I would do. And then I believed that I could. And I built it by taking the classes and doing the things. And then I listen, I even had a sit on the go business where I was picking up kids from school and dropping them off at home or wherever they had to go. Okay. So I became, I became this person that was like, oh, no limits. I did it in every phase of my life. I have gone through this this system that I didn't even know I was going through. Again, from with my hands to relationships. I had to break the habit of thinking that I had to settle in unhealthy relationships. I went on a journey of finding who I was and getting my identity back and seeing that I deserve better and I deserve the best and believing that God had greater for me and better for me. And then becoming, building myself, building my self esteem, building my identity, getting back to who God has created me to be. And then becoming, becoming, becoming a wife before I was a wife. The word of God says a man that findeth a wife findeth a good thing. He got to find her as a wife already, right? You know? And so I had to go through the process. I had to go through the phases and the stages so that I could be who I was created to be, who God said I am. And y'all, guess what? I'm still becoming. I'm still growing. But I'm allowing God to do all the purging. I'm allowing Him to show me visions beyond my wildest imagination. And I know that He's only giving me a glimpse. I'm allowing Him to show me how to build and to believe so that I can become. Y'all, I believe like never before. The things that I believe that God has shown me and given me courage to believe, you wouldn't even believe it yourself. But I know without a shadow of a doubt that life is supposed to be abundant, not just in business, but in your life personally. You're supposed to feel alive in the and living and not just existing. I don't want us to exist. God doesn't want you to just exist. He wants you to thrive. He wants you to live. He wants you to become. That's what God wants for you. He has such great visions and dreams for us, and we just be limiting our little selves. And we got to get out of that limitation, those limits. Step outside of the box. Step outside of the box and dream big and work towards that dream every single day. And you will become who he's created you to become. All right, y'all. I'm going to share a few more things before we get out of here today. I want to give a shout out to Miss L'Oreal Lockhart, y'all. She has Nitro Nights in the city of Chicago. It's an open mic every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. where she has poets, singers, rappers, comedians come on in, and you have an opportunity to come and get on the mic. And if you can't come live, if you're not in the city or nearby, you can go to her TikTok page, queen.lo24, queen.lo24. Follow her on TikTok. And on Thursday nights, tune in at 7 p.m. Central Time, and you'll have a great time. You can even get on the stage virtually. Do you hear me? And if you are in the city or nearby, April 2nd, I will be her featured guest. She has featured guests of the week, and it's just amazing. So I'm looking forward to April 2nd to be in her feature for April. And I encourage you all to go ahead and be in the building, not only in April, but whenever you can. You want to go ahead and tune in. She is growing it. It is at an ice cream shop, y'all. Ooh, okay? We're gonna have some ice. I'm gonna have to eat some ice cream, okay? It shouldn't be that cold April 2nd. But it is a great time. So make sure y'all pull up on L'Oreal at Nitro Nostalgia. Okay? Make sure y'all pull up. And then I know people was like, okay, Nina, you told us your steps, you talked to us, you gave us a little bit of coaching and things like that. And so I introduced my free school community, SKOOL. Okay, so you can look up the UCAN method. You can look up me. If you go to my YouTube page, if you're listening to this live and you go to my YouTube page, my school community is in the comments, in the description, where you can click on my school community and join for free. There are different levels that if you want a little bit more, you want to be a part of the coaching program, you can join those, but there is a free version of the school community. And I didn't even let the people know that I was giving them a free gift, but by now they know that anybody that's in the school, they got a free gift. Okay, they got a free gift from me, and so I'm excited about that. And I'm excited to just be a blessing and to pour. And then I have my Facebook subscription. So if you follow me on Facebook, to subscribe to my page, the first 5 people is 49 cents. I don't know where we are right now. And then it turns to 99 cents. That's how much it is to subscribe to my Facebook page. Simple, right? And we have a lot of different subscriptions, but this is a subscription that's worth subscribing to. This is your way to give back to me as I give back to you. And it is 49 cents a month or 99 cents a month. It's worth the sacrifice. And this is just you pouring into me and saying, Nina, I believe in you. I see what you're doing. And I just want to encourage you in such a way of depositing 99 cents into your life a month. Okay. I will be launching coaching sessions. Most of that will be through the school community. So go ahead and join the school community. And that way you'll know about coaching sessions and things like that. And then I will be having events, monthly lives, virtual experiences, different events. And I'm so excited. So far, my first event is going to be May 1st, and I'm going to tell you about that next, because this right here was just not a one day or one night experience. It was me launching as a community, as building up the person, building you. So again, go on over to my YouTube page or wherever you know me from. Text me if you got my personal number. And I would love for you to join my school community where I will be pouring in weekly. You heard me, weekly. And I will be putting free stuff in there. So the first free thing that I'm giving in my group is a free mini UCAN method workbook, a digital product that will be free in the group where people can go and download the free, again, UCAN method workbook. But you got to be in the school community or subscribe to my Facebook page in order to get the link to the digital product. So I'm excited about that. Now, y'all heard me mention May 1st. Y'all know I have done a lot in life. Okay, I've done a lot in life, and publishing books is one. And right now, I am focused on publishing my book, the You Can Method book, which is due to be released May 1st. Okay, and we're gonna have a live event, y'all. I'm so excited. We're gonna have a live launch on May 1st. It is a Friday evening here in Chicago. It's probably gonna be in the south suburbs. I haven't solidified the place, but that is to be coming. And the book is now on pre-sale. You can pre-order today for $20. And the first 100 people that pre-order receive an honorable mention in the book, a signed copy as well. And so I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. So this book launch is happening May 1st. And so secure your copy and be a part of the foundation. Again, it is $20 to pre-order your copy today. Okay, so go and grab your copy today. Again, you can go to my link tree or you can go head over to Facebook and I'm sorry, not Facebook, YouTube. And in the description is all of the wonderful links that I'm talking about today. And the biggest thing that I launched is me as the speaker, me as the workshop presenter, me as the keynote. Y'all, God is so great. He has been doing some amazing things and launching me out in such a way that I'm just grateful to him for. I'm really, really grateful to God. And so I'm available for keynote speeches. Yes, I have a keynote for this year already for the with the You Belong Foundation as the keynote speaker for the 9th annual Page Awards. So excited. I am available for leadership workshops or corporate trainings. I'm the faith-based events and conferences and retreats. If you're looking for someone to come in and pour in personally to help with the personal development, to help people believe more, to help people expect more from themselves, I am your girl, okay? So you can find me everywhere, okay, on social media at Nina Motivates. If you're like, I need to hear her, see her, all the things, you can go to YouTube. There are testimonials, clips, all the different type of things. You can reach out to me via youcanspecialist@gmail.com or on my link tree /Nina Motivates. If your audience needs clarity, confidence, and structure, you need to bring in the You Can method to your stage, okay? That's what we're going to be doing up in here, y'all. And so, again, I am excited. The You Can method is officially launched. It's officially launched. And with this method, with this 5-step proven, you heard me, proven method, I will be speaking from, teaching from, coaching from. Join the school, subscribe to the Facebook page. Let's make magic, y'all, together. Let's make God proud together. Let's become who we were created to become individually so that we can go out here and be who we were created to be in the earth realm, in the world. Y'all, this is the first time in a very long time where I am actually finished with my show in 30 minutes. I want to thank y'all for tuning in to the You Can Show. Again, thank you, Chantel, for being our sponsor for week 2. I appreciate you. And if you want to be a sponsor, head on over to Linktree and sign up for your week. What are you waiting on? Let me promote your business. Let me promote you. Let me shout you out. You got a book. You can be a sponsor. You just want your name on my show. You could be a sponsor. Whatever the case may be, I want you to be a sponsor. So please, please, please go head over to my link tree and subscribe. I'm not subscribe. Go to my link tree and secure your week. Send me over your flyer. I'll send you everything I need from you, and I will be promoting you for a whole week. Okay, a whole week. All my social media platforms. You never know what doors will open for you. And it's only $97 for you to be a sponsor for the You Can Show. I want to thank each and every one of you. Again, shout out to L'Oreal for giving an amazing poem that you will see in the You Can Method book. Her poem will be featured. You all didn't get a chance to hear the poem if you were not a part of the launch, but it was an amazing poem. And I cannot wait until it is in the book, and you all are able to grab the book and read the book. Go ahead and subscribe to my Facebook page. Not just follow, but subscribe to the Facebook page as a sowing of a seed of faith in me and what God is doing in my life. And if you know someone looking for a speaker, call me. Call me. All right, y'all. I thank y'all for tuning in. I love y'all so very much. I am grateful. I appreciate y'all. Y'all are the bomb. Keep sharing, keep showing up for yourself. Keep coming to get this fuel and share this with others. If you catch this live and you're like, oh, somebody else needed to hear this and hear the steps, send them on over to my YouTube page, Nina Motivates on YouTube, and let them get what they need to. I love y'all. Y'all have the most amazing day, the most amazing rest of your week. And I'll see you next time. Love you much.